Today's lesson is at a drugstore. Hi, everybody. I'm Roger.
And I'm Mike.
And today we're going to continue visiting a drugstore. Remember last time we talked about two situations in which Finn was looking for some cold medicine at a drugstore, and then we had Lydia going to a drugstore looking for some anti-dandruff shampoo. And today we've got a different situation with Lydia. She's looking for cosmetics.
Absolutely. Cosmetics is just another word for makeup. We're talking about foundation, lipstick, mascara, eyeshadow, all that kind of stuff. You probably wouldn't include skin creams, things to stop your skin from feeling dry. Those might not be cosmetics, but the things you might put on your face before you go out to look your best, to sort of highlight your good features, make your cheeks nice and pink and rosy, and that type of thing. And yes, this is the type of thing you will find in many drugstores. So you can not only go in and buy that medicine you got from the doctor for your stomach aches that you've been having, but you can also go in there and buy your shampoo, your soap, your deodorant, things for your feet, and also your cosmetics. So you can get everything you need apart from the clothes that you wear to make sure your body is happy and healthy before you walk out the front door. So cosmetics will definitely be a big section in many drugstores, and they will also, just like in department stores and other places, have lots of people there who can help you find the best stuff. So let's see what Lydia is in need of as she picks up some cosmetics in our first dialogue.
3. Picking up cosmetics. Lydia notices that the shade of foundation she wants is missing from the shelf. Excuse me, do you happen to have more of this foundation shade? There isn't any on the shelf here.
Let me check for you. Yes, we do have a few left in the back. I can go grab one for you.
That would be great, thank you. Oh, and while I have you, where can I find the mascara?
The mascara section is on that shelf right next to the eyeliners.
Got it. I'll take a look.
Perfect. I'll be right back.
Thanks again.
大家好，第一部分介绍名词 inventory， 表示存货。例如 Seasonal sales greatly reduced the store's inventory. 季节性特卖大幅减少了商店的库存量。或是 Dan's new job involves managing inventory. Dan 的新工作包括管理库存。
Okay, so this is conversation number 3 of our visit to the drugstore. And here we're picking up cosmetics. Okay, you could actually pick up something from the floor if you dropped it, but if you go someplace to get that thing because you ordered it, then we could say you're going there to pick it up, or you could pick someone up at the airport if they just flew into town from some other place. Yeah, I'll pick you up at the airport. But here we're picking up cosmetics. And Lydia notices that the shade of foundation she wants is missing from the shelf.
Uh-oh.
So she is at the drugstore and she's looking in the cosmetics section and she's looking for foundation, which is a kind of cosmetic that women and maybe men kind of smear onto their face or something to change the overall color. Foundation is the base of something, so of course you need to match it with the tone of your skin, or the hue of your skin rather. And so in this case, yeah, she doesn't find the shade she wants. Maybe it's too dark or it's too light. She says, yeah, the shade or the hue of foundation is not here on the shelf.
That specific color tone that she is looking for is not there. And yeah, I think makeup is like a lot of things that we buy, certain foods, certain condiments. You might like a certain type of ketchup or mustard or milk or whatever. And when they don't have it, you're like, oh, I don't like this one. I don't like that one. I want the one I like. I want the Estee Lauder one, not the Shiseido one or something like that. So she asks, maybe they have it somewhere else. Maybe they've moved it, or maybe they can order some. Let's see. So she says to the clerk, excuse me, do you happen to have more of this foundation shade? So she might be pointing to the empty spot on the shelf, or maybe she brought in her empty one from home just to make sure she gets the right one, but she has a visual clue for the clerk to see, and so this is what I want. Do you have this one? There isn't any on the shelf here, so she's kind of saying the obvious thing. I've looked on the shelf. Often when you say that, they'll take you to the place you just were and say, yeah, it's not there, and you say, I know, I just looked there. So this is just to save a bit of time for herself. There isn't any on the shelf. How can you help me? So the clerk says, let me check for you. So being a good clerk, he can't just say, oh, I don't know. Bad luck for you. No, he wants to try to help out. So he checks the store's inventory on his tablet. He's got a little portable computer there, a little tablet, and like many things today, it's tied into a very useful database. The inventory is basically the stock, the things that the store has there on site. Not the things they're expecting, not the things that they can order from another store and get delivered in 2 days. No, the things they have either there on the floor, on the shelves that you can see, or maybe in the back, in the storeroom, in the warehouse, in the stock room, wherever they keep the extra stuff. So they're checking there to see if they have it anywhere in the store. And the clerk says, yes, we do have a few left in the back. I can go grab one for you. So that's good news. There's a box there half open, or maybe one more box left, and this clerk can go and find one. And so she hopefully will have to wait just a few moments to get her foundation.
Yep, he's going to go in the back room of the store and bring out what she wants. And Lydia says, that would be great. Thank you. It would be nice if you do that for me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, and while I have you, where can I find the mascara? So yes, I'm talking to you now. So while I have this chance to talk to you, I would like to know if you have something else. Where can I find the mascara? Now, mascara is something that you put on your eyelashes, right? That kind of makes your eyelashes thicker and more noticeable. It's kind of interesting because when I studied Spanish before, the word mascara in Espanol means mask. Okay, so that covers your entire face. So I don't know much about cosmetics. So when I see the word mascara, I'm wondering, why would she want to put a mask on her face? Is she that ugly? But no, mascara means something else in English. It's something you put on your eyelashes.
Yeah, one of the different types of cosmetics or makeup that is designed for the eye. So where do you have this mascara? It comes in the tube with that sort of interestingly shaped brush. And yeah, it's quite thick. Usually it's, of course, black in color. The clerk is pointing, so pointing in the direction of where Lydia should go and look. The clerk also tells her the mascara section is on that shelf right next to the eyeliner. So like in many stores, they kind of group things together in some logical category. So they put all the eye-type makeups in the same general area. So they'll be on that shelf. And if you don't see the mascara section, then you might also see the eyeliners, which is another type of makeup for the eye, along with eyeshadow, which is that sort of people put on the eyelid. The eyeliner is kind of like for around just at the base of the eyelashes. It might be a pencil or it might be something else a little bit different. But anyways, this is all just eye-type makeup. And so you'll find the mascara in that section or that area. Lydia says, got it. I'll take a look. And as the clerk says, perfect, I'll be right back. We can imagine he's heading back to the stockroom, back to the warehouse to try to find that foundation. And so for Lydia, this is almost a successfully completed trip. She just has to find her mascara and wait for the clerk to return.
Right, and that's all she needs. I guess she doesn't need any lipstick or other forms of cosmetics today. Maybe next time. Okay, we're at the end of the first conversation for today. Let's move on now to conversation 4. We are downloading the store app. And this again involves Finn talking to the clerk in the pharmacy. So let's listen in on their conversation.
4. Downloading the store app. Finn goes to the checkout counter to pay for his purchases.
Hi, are you a store member?
No, I'm not. What's the membership for?
If you download our app and sign up, you'll get 5% off on this purchase. Also, for every 100 NT dollars you spend, you earn 1 reward point. Each point is worth 1 NT dollar for future purchases.
That sounds like a pretty good deal. Does the app do anything else?
Yes, it also sends you updates on current promotions and exclusive member offers.
Nice. How do I get the app?
Just scan this QR code and it'll take you right to the download page.
Great, thanks.
第二部分看到单字 checkout 这个名词意思是结账处或是收银台。例如 I still have to pick up one more item, so I'll meet you at the checkout counter. 我还需要拿一件商品，所以我会在收银台等你。再看个例句 We waited in line at the checkout because the store was very busy. 商店非常忙碌，所以我们在收银台前排队等候。接下来介绍名词 purchase 指采购之物或是购买行为。例如 Julia kept the receipt for her purchase in case she needed to return it. Julia 保留了购物收据，以防需要退货。或者 The store gives customers a free gift with every purchase they make. 这家店对顾客的每笔消费都提供赠品。另外补充 purchase 也能当作动词，指采购或是购买。可以说 You can purchase tickets online before the event starts. 你可以在活动开始前在线上购票。再看另一句 Joe purchased a gift at the mall for his friend's birthday. Joe 在购物中心为朋友的生日买了一份礼物。继续看到名词 update 表示最新消息或是新资讯。例如 Betty received the update about the train schedule delay via email this morning. Betty 今天早上透过电子邮件收到列车时刻延误的最新消息。或是 Before the meeting, Ben reviewed the project update to ensure accuracy of data. 会议前 Ben 审阅专案最新资讯，以确保数据正确无误。另外这个字也有更新的意思。可以说 The software update fixed several bugs and improved performance. 该软体更新修复了几个程式漏洞，且提升了效能。再看一个句子 The update fixed several bugs in the computer's operating system. 这次更新修复了电脑作业系统中的几个缺陷。接下来介绍形容词 exclusive 表示独家的、独有的或是独享的。我们可以说 You can get exclusive discounts if you register to the website. 如果你在这个网站注册，可享有独家折扣。又或者说 The journalist was granted an exclusive interview with a celebrity for the magazine cover story. 该记者获得这位名人的独家专访，供杂志封面故事使用。最后看到单字 scan 这个动词有用机器扫描的意思。例如 The librarian scanned old documents into the system. 图书馆员把旧文件扫描进系统。或是 The cashier scanned the barcode to get the price of the item. 收银员扫描条码以取得物品的价格。
Okay, so again, when you get something from the internet, you download that thing. And of course, when you first get your smartphone, of course, you want to download all sorts of apps for your phone, maybe some games, maybe social media apps and things like that. Just remember in English, we say app, whereas you guys say APP. But in English, if you say APP, they're not going to know what you're talking about. So you got to say app if you're talking to an English speaker. And Finn goes to the checkout counter to pay for his purchases. So he's been browsing around the drugstore and he's found a few things that he wants to buy, maybe some shampoo, maybe some junk food or whatever, and then he goes to the checkout counter. So checkout, of course, is where you go to present your items to the clerk and they ring it up on the cash register or they scan the items and then you have to pay them either in cash or some kind of application or whatever, a credit card or whatever.
Absolutely. The person working there is often called the cashier, and actually we sometimes use that term as a little more of a casual way. I'll meet you at the cash. I'll meet you at the checkout. I'll meet you at the place where we exchange money and buy things, pay for our purchases. So either the checkout, the cash, or somewhere like that. The clerk says, "Hi, are you a store member?" So the clerk who's working there asks Finn this question as they begin their interaction and says, "Are you a store member?" Yeah, a lot of these companies, of course, now they have different store programs. They want you to sign up. They'll send you emails. Maybe they'll have a point collection system or something like that. But I think mainly it's just to enable them to send you a bunch of ads about products that you might be interested in. And if you shop there regularly, that could be a very appealing thing. If you're traveling, on the other hand, it might just be something you're not really going to use because you're not coming back for years and years. But let's see Finn's situation. So are you a store member? The clerk asks. Finn says, "No, I'm not." What's the membership for? Yeah, if you live in that place, if you live in that country or city or wherever that store services, this could be useful, so why not find out all about it? What do I get if I sign up and have to deal with all of your spam emails?
Okay, so here's how the clerk answers that question. If you download our app and sign up, you'll get 5% off on this purchase. So yes, that's all you need to do. Turn on your smartphone and download the app. And then you can sign up. You need to, of course, enter some information there, your name, maybe or your phone number or your address or something like that. So if you sign up and download this app, then you can have 5% off of this purchase right now. That would be 5% off the purchase. So again, if it costs $10, then he only has to pay $9.50. That's quite an incredible discount. I'm sure he's very happy about receiving that. I think he's going to go ahead and download that app.
That's not all, though. Also, for every 100 NT dollars you spend, you earn 1 reward point. So not only will that 100 NT product now be 95 NT, but in the future and forevermore until the store ends the program or goes bankrupt or whatever, if you come back in and every $100 you spend, you get a point. You get a reward point. These are like club points or reward points. Think of them also like air miles that you get from airlines for flying certain distances, and you can convert those into free stuff or bonuses or whatever. So for every $100 that you spend, you get 1 reward point. So if you spend $1,000, you'll get 10 points. I mean, if you shop at a place regularly, this could actually be something very useful. But as I said, if you're a tourist, maybe not so much. Each point is worth 1 NT dollar for future purchases. So you can save these up and buy something special for yourself later on. But yes, it will take you a while and you'll have to spend a fair amount in the store in order to get something. So you're not really getting anything for free, but you're getting the option to get things for a slightly better price in the future. But for Finn, maybe you're a big fan of the store and shop there regularly. So yeah, cool. Finn says that sounds like a pretty good deal. I'll save some money now and I'll get these points that I'll be able to use in the future. Does the app do anything else? Is that it? Or is there more?
Yes. Does the app have any other functions? And the clerk says yes. It can do other things. It also sends you updates on current promotions and exclusive member offers. So because you have this app on your phone, you'll probably get a little red number there on the application showing there's some new messages. So if you tap on that, it will give you some updates on current promotions. Okay, update just means new information about something. And they may have some special promotions, you know, buy 2, get 1 free, or get a 10% discount on all shampoos in the store or whatever, so you can know about their promotions at all times. And then you can also know about exclusive member offers. If something's exclusive, it's only for a certain group of people, okay? So maybe a golf club, for example, will be quite exclusive. They won't let anybody join, so they probably charge high entrance fees or things like that. So it's an exclusive club. And in this particular case, yes, these are offers only for members, and you're going to become a member right now by downloading this app. Isn't that wonderful?
There you go. You'll get early notice of wonderful products that won't be available to the general public. Make you feel very special. And maybe get you a good offer on something that you might not know about otherwise. So Finn says, nice. That's pretty good. Okay. Sounds like he's sold. How do I get the app? So how do I get this thing on my phone? And the clerk says, just scan this QR code and it'll take you right to the download page. I don't think I have to explain scanning a QR code. A lot of people do that with almost everything they purchase these days. But to scan something is to use some kind of electronic device, probably your camera on your phone in this case, but it could be, you know, that sort of wand with the red lasers that they use at the store to scan the barcode on certain things, like when you pay your bills and whatnot. But we're using some kind of electronic device, using light in some kind of way to gather information or to collect information about something. In this case, it's all locked in that QR code, that sort of square stamp-sized sort of image that you have on a lot of things, and it's made up of little black and white squares in a sort of random design. That's a QR code, and it'll link you. It'll take you right to the download page. I'm sure if you opened up your app store on your phone and typed in, you know, Super Pharma Mart or whatever the name of the store is, they would have it it there, but this is just the fast way to do it. So he'll do that. He'll hit download. He'll have to probably fill in some personal information like name, address, birth date, whatever, and then he'll be a member and he'll be able to start saving and collecting and having all these wonderful promotions and exclusive offers. So Finn says great and thanks.
Okay, that brings us to the end of today's lesson. Hopefully you can figure out what to do and what to say when you go to a pharmacy in a foreign country. Now it's time to listen to Hanny.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。在课文第一部分的对话里， Lydia 发现她想要的粉底色号在架上缺货，那她向店员询问 Excuse me, do you happen to have more of this foundation shade? 不好意思，请问你们是否还有这个色号的粉底？那么 happen 在这边它是表达碰巧，我们用 happen to 加上原形动词可以表达刚好怎么样，正好怎么样，或是恰巧怎么样，前方可以加入 just so 来做强调用。举例来说 Her manager just so happens to be my neighbor. 他的经理正好是我的邻居。我们也补充2个相关的句型，可以用 it happens 或者是 it just so happens 来加 that 子句，或者是用 as it happens逗号主词加动词。那这时候 it 是当虚主词，用来代替 that 子句，表达恰巧发生的事。例如 It just so happens that I know where to find a good Korean restaurant. 也可以说 As it happens, I know where to find a good Korean restaurant. 我刚好知道有家很棒的韩式料理餐厅。好，在课文第2部分的对话里， Finn 走到结账柜台支付购买的商品。那么 checkout counter 就是指结账柜台。这个名词 checkout 它有结账处、收银台或者是饭店退房的意思。如果把它拆开会变成片语动词 check out， 那它是做不及物用，就可以表达结账退房，办理退房手续。不过 check out 它也可以做及物用，这时候有不同的意思。像第一个它可以表达看一看、瞧一瞧、去查看了解什么的情况。例如 Let's check out the new bookstore. 我们去看看那间新的书店吧。那第2个它可以表达检验、检查或是核实调查。那第3个它还可以表达在图书馆登记借阅的意思。好，接着对话里面的柜台店员问 Finn 是不是本店会员，并说明如果下载他们的应用程式并注册，这次的购物就可以打95折。好，文中用到片语动词 sign up 来表达注册，我们来整理它的用法。第一个 sign up 它做不及物用时有注册、报名参加的意思。那要表达报名参加某个组织啊、课程或活动等等，常常会用 sign up for something 去表达，像 sign up for a cooking class 就是报名烹饪课。另外 sign up 它也有签约的意思。再来，它做及物用的话呢，我们可以用 sign somebody up 或者是 sign up somebody 来表达替某人报名参加，让某人加入某个活动，或者是可以表达签约雇用某人。举例来说 The record label signed the band up last year. 唱片公司去年签下了那个乐团。或者是假设你觉得某个活动啊、行程或者是方案听起来很棒，想要加入，这时候就可以回答That sounds awesome. Sign me up. 好，那么以上是今天的重点整理，我们来回顾今天的单字吧。
Purchase. Mary considered returning her purchase because the item was damaged during shipping. Update. The weather report provided an update on the approaching snowstorm. Promotion. The store is offering a special promotion on summer clothes this week. Exclusive. Customers with a store membership receive an exclusive discount on all holiday products. Scan. Ken scanned his student card at the machine to borrow books from the library.
Well, that brings us to the end of another edition of our program, and please make sure you join us again next time. From all of us here, I am Roger.
I am Mike.
See you next time.